Very good day and welcome to the Cobra Rugby Club Facebook and YouTube channel right here. Thank God, it's Friday sessions on Cobra TV with myself, Rashid Saleh, and Dylan, your usual hosts for our shows until we find new, younger ones who are willing to take our places. So you're stuck with us for the near future until somebody decides what they want to do.
Speaking of younger ones, I'm actually on my way to Johor Bahru. I'll tell you, I'm actually right now at. Let me show you where I am. At the Johor Premium Outlet, and okay, I shouldn't be publicizing this, but I'll tell you what, I'm actually tagging along a bunch of guys, who basically is this one guy. He's been seeing this lady. He's been seeing this lady on and off, and then it took a dive with the MCO. They were separated. They couldn't really see each other as much. They weren't serious. And now at the MCO, this guy has realized that he wants to go steady with her. So he's actually making the trip to JB to sort of to go for that final, I don't know what you call it, to to like profess his love, or like, hey, let's be my girl kind of thing. Yeah,
and where do you fit in all this?
I'm just tagging along. I just found I'm not. He's actually a friend of a friend. He's a friend of a friend. So you're going to Johor. We're gonna give this guy moral support. Oh, you guys are going? Okay, let me tag along. And here I am on this.
While they're shopping in the Johor Premium Outlet.
I believe it's the final stop. He's sort of getting a few things together, to make sure he's at it, to look his best at a value price, I guess. JPO has everything, and of course maybe buy something for the lady as well. You can't just come empty-handed, right? You gotta be a gentleman at the end of the day.
Okay. Anyway, let's get to the housekeeping bit before we start the show. We've started the show. Of course, for those of you, it is Friday today. For those of you who'd like to join Cobra, we do have trainings on 5:30 on Tuesdays and Fridays. At the moment, there is no contact. They've gone back to non-contact until the 15th of August. But there is fitness training for those of you who want to join, and obviously probably some basic skills that you'd like to learn for rugby. And of course, what's the status again with the Cobras, Dylan?
Okay, they're back on session this Sunday after last week's break for Raya Haji. So the under 16s, under 14s, they've been training, so they'll continue training. The girls team, the under 15s, under 13s, they're resuming training this Sunday. So if you have kids, or if you're 15, 13 years old, you got daughters that age, you can go check it out this Sunday. They start training at 4:00. Of course, be advised, there'll be SOPs, procedures, but mainly I think just to highlight is that only the players and coaches are allowed on the field. Everybody else have to be off the field and observe the social distancing practice.
So they'll be outside the gate. Outside the gate.
Outside the gate, watching in.
Watching children go to school for the first time. Oh, okay.
Yeah. But for the under 12s and lower, we're still no training yet. MB, the local council has not allowed any kids under 12 to enter the field to train yet. So we'll have to wait till after our MCO is done, and then probably be back in session. But stay tuned. We got our Facebook, Instagram. We'll update as we go along.
Okay, talking about the social media. Don't forget, if you have any questions concerning the club, do DM us on IG, or send a message on Facebook, or you could even email us at Cobra RC website at gmail.com for any other inquiries, including merchandise items that you do see on our Facebook and website as well. I do hear that there's some merchandise have been sold out, but let's hopefully they'll. We either replenish it, or we go to that stage. One other thing, today is a very special day for one of our, well, she's still a member of our former convener, Ellen Van Brussels. She turns 21 today, I hear. So happy birthday, Ellen, from all of us at Cobra Rugby Club. Thank you very much for giving your service all these years. We did have her on the show
That's right.
just recently, about 2-3 weeks ago, and that was fun. So it was very nice to be able to see her and the other ladies as well. Right. So today it's going to be one of these days where you, the audience, can get to ask any question you like concerning Cobra. Anything. If you'd like to come on again, do email us at CobraRC website at gmail.com, and maybe you'll be able to get on to the show as well. So for your 5 minute of infamy. But otherwise, we'll definitely carry on the show. There's quite a few things going on today. We've got our usual Friday Snake Eyes, as well as Who's the Player, that we will be going through. There are a few things, a few pictures, and a couple of videos that we need you, the audience, to tell us whether these are heinous, or even try and figure out who these players are. But today we'd like to focus a bit more on the youth development side, and of course I don't need to get a guest on because the guest is right next to me, and as being the head of development, I think it's easier to be able to ask you all about it. Now, what have been the concerns, and that's my first question, what have been the concerns for parents? What kind of questions have they been asking you ever since the MCO has been relaxed, or the PKPP, Dylan?
The concerns, actually, apart from what's interesting, I hope you guys can hear me, that they're grinding the iced coffee right now.
Yeah, I can hear, but it's fine.
Okay. Actually, for most parents, they're actually quite eager for the kids to start training again. They're generally quite confident. They're quite confident, or they're quite comfortable with the kids coming back onto training. If there are concerns, is actually the social distancing, because once you're on field and you go through the checks and all that, we have the SOPs. You got to register. You have to go on the My Suggestra app and all that. So they're quite comfortable with that. The only thing is what happens when you drop the kids off and when you pick up the kids, because that's where the bottleneck happens. That's because the normal, if you notice, that most SOPs, they cover what's inside the premise, but never what's in between your car and the premise itself. So those are the main concerns. But with our location, the amount of space is not really an issue. Not an issue. Actually, most parents are just keen to get back into it.
In terms of attendance, has there been a drop in attendance in terms of players not coming back, or parents because they've been put off by months of inaction? So does that mean there have been children or kids who have stopped playing rugby? Because I have heard from some of the other clubs, or kids who've really been literally just lost interest in the sport, and because they've been stuck at home, they've been they've just not come back to play rugby. Quick hello to Swazi. Good afternoon.
What's up, Swazi?
Happy Friday to you as well. Hope you're keeping well and safe, and you're not recovering from me like in a night before sessions.
No, Swazi is very clean nowadays. I think those kind of days are very limited, I believe. Right, Swazi? You don't have to admit it here.
Yeah. So that question, has there been a drop in attendance, a drop in younger players returning to rugby?
Well, for one thing is that we only the 16s and 14s have been training, and numbers have been pretty good. Having said that, numbers have been pretty good. There's actually been a surge in numbers for the 14-year-olds. We tend to wonder why, but actually numbers have been pretty good. So to say there's a drop off, no, there's been a lot of new players coming to try out rugby at Cobra. We'll find out. I think the true test is when September, when things are supposed to start back as normal. We'll know what our true numbers are. It's too soon to tell any of these things just yet.
But generally, as you said, the parents are keen to come back. But generally, do you think what are the plans actually in the long term? Because there are no tournaments for anyone this whole year. So how are you guys going to sustain the interest or the activities without having tournaments being played around the country?
Well, for one thing, when it comes to junior rugby, especially 12 years old and below, there's very limited tournaments. You get maybe 4 tournaments in the year to play to, so 4 or 5, depending. And so there's not many tournaments to begin with. So, but then what happens that there's a lot, but what they've been organizing is a lot of friendlies against other teams. Most likely that's what's going to happen, and that's what keeps the kids interested. End of the day, they just want to play. So we'll probably go along those lines, which suits the new norm that we have today. No big crowds, no big numbers. Everything's smaller, more social, which is probably not a bad thing. Then the kids, which fulfills what is why you come for rugby. Is not just to learn the game, but to socialize, to meet people, and to get off the mobile phones and the tablets. You're on mute, right?
Yeah, that's ironic because we're doing an online show and we're trying to get kids off social media and we're on it. Yeah, so counterproductive, but it's good because we're reaching out to more people out there. Again, if you do have any questions to ask us, do send in your comments into our either if you're watching YouTube, onto the comments on YouTube, or onto our Cobra Rugby Club Facebook page, which we're on right at the moment, and we'll be more than happy to answer your questions. Again, this question of the at the moment we have under 16s. That's the oldest. That's supposed to be the oldest group in the academy. We do have, well, local schools are starting back in January. What about those who have ambitions of going up to the senior squad? Do we now have a clearer pathway?
The pathway, right now it comes back to training times, whether the kids can make the Tuesdays and Fridays training sessions. Tuesday and Friday training sessions, which I think 5:30 to 7:30 that's the times. That's one of the reasons why some that's the reasons they use for not coming. But I think there's, because right, we've had a 16-year-old coming to play and they perform great. The acceleration from bringing zero skill, by just spending 3 months with a senior team, they're suddenly calling up they're being called up for state. Right, we got a few players like that, right?
That's right. That's Jonathan Chu. Quick hello to Jib. Hi, Didi and Rat.
Jib.
Hope you're doing well. Okay, probably at work, like some of us.
So the only thing is that the pathway is there for them. We encourage you. We encourage anybody. We encourage them to come, And if you're watching this, of your parents, if you face this issue of your 16-year-old saying, "Oh no, I don't want to play with adults. They're terlalu besar lah," or they get there's the intimidation factor. It's You have to encourage them and just bring them along anyway. They got to start somewhere, and this accelerates the process. But maybe when it comes to actual some tournaments and all that, safety is always a priority. We will look at the safety and ensure that if they do play, they're either physically fit, especially if they are playing against adults. But in general, there are under 18 competitions, under 17 competitions, which there will be, and that's where they'll go play.
Yeah,
But as
and
far as training wise, nothing beats training with adults.
it's actually beneficial for the 16. I mean, our 16, who's now 17, he's bigger than most of the adults in our team anyway.
They're fitter, they're actually stronger.
Yeah, and stronger. But they benefit from that, because when they do play in the under 18 tournaments, because they've been exposed to playing with the senior boys, so they tend to be a bit more mature in terms of the approach of playing. Well, that's what we hope anyway.
Well, they'll find out. They'll find out various things. There'll be guys who are 21 years old and 18 years old who are just starting rugby. Who are just starting the game. They're just learning. So they'll just be just as lost. At the same time, there'll be guys that are 22, 23 who've been playing for 10 years, and their skill gap is their skill gap is just high. Classic example is Sam. Right? Sam, who came through the academy, then he's gone up to Malaysia Valka. He's only 21 years old?
Yep.
Yeah, so then you'll know that what kind of skill gap that you have, that what worked for you as a 16 years old does not apply anymore once you enter the higher leagues, the higher game. So at least you know where to work on. And the coaches, generally we have coaches, we have a lot of senior guys who are quite happy to lend, to pass on their experience. And it's a matter of, they just got to step up. Then don't be afraid. It's at that age, make all the mistakes. Make all the mistakes now. Don't wait until you're like some of us only just figured out, like, oh wait, I did it wrong all this time. You know who you are. You're those students. Oh wait, just as I said that.
Yeah. Hi, Eugene. Panjang umur, we say. Anyway, for those of you who just joined in, welcome to Cobra TV. This is thank God it's Friday session. And of course, for those of you who are keen to join for training, or just make friends, come and join us for trainings on Tuesdays and Fridays. It's at 5:30 p.m. On Tuesdays and Fridays for the senior side, and the juniors on Sundays from 4 p.m. And that's at our Padang Utara, or Padang Astaka, they call it, and in PJ, which is at our rugby club. Okay, there's Uncle Safa who said, Rashid, can we look into the revival of the annual rugby game here between Cobra and the other local teams? We used to have the Singapore Blacks versus Cobra series. Yes, actually, we used to have. There've been a few. Of course, we had our annual game against the NS Wanderers. Obviously, at the moment, because we haven't been allowed to have any tournaments, I'm not sure what the state's stance is in terms of friendlies, but I guess it's something. Of course, the Singapore Blacks are, travel between Singapore and Malaysia at the moment is very much restricted. But in future, I think it's something that we should explore. We used to have it traditionally towards the end of the year, before the Cobra 10s, or even just after the Cobra 10s and before the league starts. But obviously, everything is up in the air at the moment. So, and we're at the mercy of MR as well as the Selangor Rugby Union in terms of what we can do. But I have heard, and our coach Nick has said that he is lining up some local games. I know the Legends are trying to get a tennis-side game going, a friendly at least. But the legends, they're a group on their own, so they're very much independent of the club, even though they probably stand more for the club than anything else.
The legends have always been independent for some reason. You can never control that mob. They go where they want to go. They do what they want to do, but at the same time, they keep the club at heart.
Yeah,
So that's,
great ambassadors for the club, I think. Very
but on
much.
the subject of these games that are coming up, right? There's going to be contact games, and rugby we all know is a very physical game. So anyone who's tuning in, or later on if you tune in, I'd like to know what are your thoughts on is it uh, how would you just dive in and straight and organize a contact game for people to play, or would you set a timeline where then people can start, where they can what do you call it, a gradual return, find the feet, find your balance back, find your skills back, get some sweat out, and then maybe after that you can actually consider going into contact games. Why I say this, because we're stuck with, for a good 3 months, a lot of us spend our time indoors, where we are outside what our usual zone of activities. We're not walking our usual place. We're not doing our usual activities. So a lot of that muscle coordination, especially kids growing up, or those who are used to conditioned a certain way, whether that conditioning, then suddenly you dive in and play, you run the risk of injury. So I'm actually quite keen for any of you guys out there. You don't have to, if you can right now, if you're listening now, chip in, or if not, just feed in later on the comments below.
Yeah, that's right. Again, everyone is itching to get on the field to have a proper game, whether it's 7-a-side. I will never go back and play 7-a-side, not at this age anyway. But whether it's 7-a-side, 10-a-side, 15s, anything. I think everyone's just even I'm not sure whether
On quarter the size of the field, on a under 11 pitch.
has anyone been playing. Well, that belongs to someone we know, and he's going to be. But not say. But just to let you guys know, this will be coming on a bit later. So for those of you who are looking forward to it, Snake Eyes will be reporting in later in the show, as well as our segment Who's the Player. If you have any suggestions about how you want us to improve the show, well, you're more than welcome to let us know what you'd like to see on the show, and we'll be glad to be able to try and assist you with that as well. Today is very much I wouldn't say experimental, because it's not our first show. It's like, who knows how many shows we've had, at least 14, 15. But we are constantly trying to improve. We hope to have some good news by next week in terms of where the club is heading. If not, the most important thing is we'll try to keep this going for those of you who are outside of the country. Those former players and legends who are living in Australia, who are in lockdown in Victoria at the moment. Those in New Zealand, those in the Middle East, those in Africa, those in the States. We've got Bruce Colson, who's all the way in the States. There's Kevin in the Middle East. We've got Baba Swazi. Who else is there? Victor. Quite a few of the guys in what you call it. Ray Medhurst, who we haven't heard for a while, who did come on and commented. And guys in Africa.
We need to run a series. Where is Ray or something?
I think he's in South Africa. I think he's.
I mean, well, we are our. This is the club's tagline, right? Passion for rugby. Anything about rugby doesn't. It can be. If you got a passion for the game, we're more than happy for you guys to come on. Just reach out to us. Reach out to us, and then we'll have a chat. We've had and you don't have to be Cobra specific. We're not that. What's the word? We're not that tight. We're not that
anal.
So
we're not that anal, but yeah.
I mean, we're Rowan Cavallero, KL Tigers came along. There was some good chat there.
Yeah.
And all those guys taking pot shots.
As usual. But again, for those of you who'd like to give your suggestions, talk to us here. Send us or you can send a message if you're a bit more of a private person. Send an email to our website at Cobra RC website at gmail.com. Now, before we go on to the fun bit of today, to start off the weekend. Obviously, we do have our merchandise that we are selling on our various platforms, including the website and Facebook page. So for those of you who are interested, here's our little princess, and to tell you about it. Yeah, well, short, little. I mean, I'm just being polite. Have a look. Cobra merchandise promo.
You can see that I'm wearing one of the t-shirts right now. This is the 3D snake. Okay, this is what we have in adult sizes and kid sizes as well. And here we have the Japan edition, World Cup Rugby for the Cobra Club. And we have this in black as well. And this is the back part of the t-shirt. It says passion for rugby in Japanese. Okay, this is a really cool one. Okay, and then next, so this is the big one. So this is the black one. Okay, next is, this is the attack t-shirt. This is the female one. Okay, this comes in yellow and black. Okay, white, sorry. And this is the male one. Okay, this one also comes in white and yellow, right? Next is our 3D snake in yellow, what I'm wearing now, but this is in yellow. This is the last one, which is the Gila Stress t-shirt. So we also have a few items from Canterbury. Okay, this is the original Canterbury shorts, but we've personalized it to have our Cobra logo here on the shorts, on the jersey t-shirts. Okay, we also have in singlets and in polo shirts. Okay, we also have this is the snakelet drawstring bag. Okay, so this is very convenient for the Cobrats, all right, for the kids in the Cobrats. So all of you can get our merchandise, our t-shirts from our Facebook page. Just inquire for our Facebook page, or you can write to us at cobrarcwebsite@gmail.com.
Cobra merchandise promo. And there we have it. That was the merchandise segment for you guys. If you're interested, of course, the email is just down there. Send your email to cobrarcwebsite@gmail.com, or go to our Facebook page, which we're on now, and send a message there, and hopefully somebody will reply. Of course, somebody will reply.
And on that note, I'll just add on the adverts. It's partially supported by Dome. I'm using their Wi-Fi.
Oh dear. Yes, and I'm having a drink.
Oh, that's shameless placement.
Oh, and sorry, just sorry.
Okay. Oh wait. That's what a coincidence. I'm wearing the same shirt.
Hey, that's nice. Those of you are missing out because these are for players, and those who are players usually get this kit, but a bit different nowadays. Okay, right. Now let's get to the fun bit, and I'm just trying to figure out which one would be better. Let's have some fun now, and the segment coming up is very interesting, so let's find out. Oh no, it's Snake Eyes. Okay, Snake Eyes session. See the Legends are going, oh no, what picture is coming out this time? Well, you know what? Suddenly, two more people have logged on and watching us.
Oh, okay.
Okay, right now is Snake Guys segments. Those of you who are wondering whether you will be appearing in any of these photos, well, you're just gonna have to find out because we have this first one, Snake Eyes. Okay, so why are they chasing this player? A, he has the ball. B, he's too fast. C, he's wearing white socks. Why are they chasing him? A, he has the ball. B, he's too fast. C, he's wearing white socks. And for bonus points, do tell us who the player is. Of course, this picture, thank you very much to Tigers Super Sports for being our friends of Cobra for quite a while now. So again, why are they chasing him? A, he has the ball. B, he's too fast. And C, because he's wearing white socks. Do let us know what your answers are, and we'll be more than happy to comment on it as well. All right. So do let us know. Again, here's the photo. A, he has the ball.
This was the Legends game between the Cobra Legends against Asta All Boys.
Yes,
Asta
early
All
this
Boys
year.
is a club from Pahang.
And it's it was played in February this year.
Yep. That was a good game though.
Yeah. So if you know the answer, do let us know. If not, we'll move on to the next one. Right. Okay. Second one is. Oh no! It's Snake Eyes. Snake Eyes. Snake Eyes. Right. Oh, look, Zura said C. He's wearing white socks. Oh dear.
She's very familiar with the White Sox.
Don't speak too soon. Okay. Right. Here is the second one. What happened to this player? A, sunburned. B, played a hard game.
Red.
Or C, one too many. And that wasn't photoshopped at all, okay? A, he's sunburned. B, played a hard game. Or C, one too many. Do let us know what happened to this player. He's sunburned. He's played a hard game. He's had one too many. And for bonus, do let us know who this player is. Oh, that's what I've been hearing about the socks. Yes. Yeah.
And I have to say, this player who's on the picture right now, when he's playing, as if I'm at number 10, I can be rest assured I'm never getting the ball.
When we're supposed to be playing other positions, he goes and plays in at number 9. You mean?
Yes.
Okay, so do let us know what happened to this player. A, is he sunburned? B, he played a hard game. Or C, one too many.
Oh, I remember one game that we played in Penang. Recent is the Legends game as well. Yeah, someone got on the wrong end of his temper. And when he had the ball at the 5-meter line, everybody just cleared away. Yeah, it's like we're not getting anywhere near this guy because they know this guy's pissed off.
All right. This one, the third one, is this. What happened here?
Oh lordy!
A, he's exercising. B, hiding his bald head. Or C, the ball bounced off his head.
I mean, you
What
look at the
happened
player.
here?
You look at the player who was waiting. It's like I think he's the body language. I mean, he's confused himself.
A, is he exercising? B, hiding his bald head? Or C, bounce off his the ball bounced off his head. Or D, he tried to catch the ball too early. The ball hadn't arrived yet.
Oh goodness, right? Come on, don't do
No,
him
I'm just
dirty
checking.
like that.
I'm just checking. So what happened here? Is A, exercising, B, hiding his ball head, or C, the ball bounced off his head? Do let us know, guys. Don't be shy. All right, don't be shy. Let us know what the answer is.
Bonus
Is that
points on the name,
Eugene?
right? You. Obviously, Snake Eyes took some. Obviously, Snake Eyes were in the right spot for that.
This was a contributor to Snake Eyes, so didn't want to tell. Shouldn't really tell you who it is, but he's a contributor to Snake Eyes. Okay, the fourth one is this.
Oh my!
What is happening here? A, is this a massage? Or B, flan? Or C, 50%? And
Wearing
for
white socks
extra
too, or is that
points,
strapping?
been a lot of white socks in today's show. So who do you think this player is? Who do you think this player is? Okay, so what's happening here?
He's got tattoos
Is
on his
A?
left forearm.
Mm-hmm.
Left arm, tricep.
Yeah. Massage. Is this doing massage? B, flan. C, 50%. So if you know what the answer is, do let us know. Okay. That was Snake Eyes 4. Okay. And here's the next one.
Oh dear.
What's happening here? A, pot calling kettle black. B, White Sox fan. Or C, false accusation.
Having said that, right, there's all three coaches there, all wearing white socks.
Mm-hmm. But it's a coaching session, so what we're trying to say is, when you're playing is one thing, when you're coaching or training is another. We all know this. It's not like it's football. We've always mentioned, if you're playing in a game, in a match, we are all supposed to be uniformed, which is why the word uniform comes in.
And speaking of which, the boy in the rugby cap happens to be your nephew, I believe, and Zura's kid.
Yeah, that's quite a while ago.
It is. This is 2015 or 2016. Yeah. 2016.
So, yes. So what's happening here? Pot calling the kettle black. B, White Sox fan.
Oh, such a setup. You see, guys, obviously Snake Eyes is not me.
Is it false accusation? Do let us know. That was where are we? 5. Okay, one more for luck. This one is okay. What is he doing? Thinking about tactics? A, B, contemplating life, or C, just got married?
I do believe this particular gentleman is now in Alostar.
That's right. He's in Alostar. So
he's back tonight, though.
Pointing. Oh, somebody was pointing. Pointing. Now, both were pointing, or?
Well, I was doing the coaching.
Okay.
Yeah. My attention is on the coaching. Obviously, the other person is pointing to pointing.
Well, let's check this one out, though. So, what is he doing? Is he thinking about tactics? Is he contemplating life? Or C, he just got married? Interesting.
Is just getting married enough to lay you out like that?
I don't know. I mean, It's been a while. I don't know.
You don't recall when you got married?
It's not that. It's just like lying down like that. It's been a while. So there you go. This is the final one for Snake Eyes. So if you know the answers, do let us know and write it down in the comments section. Or
I would like to point out that in that picture, none of them were wearing white socks at all.
exactly. See, and there is a punishment that happens if if you do there are one or two punishments that are meted out, and this is one of them. But watch the video carefully. Now, what was that punishment called? If you know, what was the people mistake it. Let's watch it one more time. Now the question is did the player on the left do the full 2 rounds? Because we're not quite sure. It's very unclear to see whether they were supposed to do 5 one way, 5 the other way.
So what is the punishment called? But having said that, when was it first ever done?
Oh, a long time ago.
Or how did that came about anyway? That's one that's it's interesting. Some of these traditions we practice that we still practice till today. Various beverages does not mean it does not need a specific beverage.
If you know the answer, do let us know. It's a Chinook, isn't it? It's called Chinook.
Well, the Chinook the Chinook is a helicopter with twin rotor blades, with 2 rotor blades.
Let's see. See, I think the one on the right was compensating for the one on the left because the one on the left didn't finish. So, yeah. Interesting. Okay, so we move on now to our other segment. Who's the player? Sorry, you were saying?
No, one of the entourage. One of the guys from the entourage is right opposite me. He's having his happy hour starting early.
Okay.
Well, I'm driving it, so I'm not. I won't touch me.
Okay.
Who's the player?
So who's the player? We'll start with the video first. Who's this player? Or who are the players, you think? There are 2 players there, one standing and one tackling. Let's have a look again.
Are there hints?
They were under 19s in 2015.
I believe both have represented the Bungaraya jersey.
Yeah, at that age level as well. So. And I think one of them was the captain for the team at the time for that game. So if you do know the answer, let us know. When you replay this and watch it, it'll be fun to see who gets the answer. Right, next one for
Who's the player?
okay. This one's going to be fun. So, who's this player? A Y P Y C Y Wong Keng Meng. For those, this one specifically for the legends lah. A Y B Y C Y Wong Keng Meng. If you know who this player is, let us know. If you've seen him around. Why?
He's very famous. He's very famous for being who's never for not scoring a try for what 20 years in the game.
Yeah, he scored a try just before he got married. I know this because I was the one who passed him the ball for him to score 5-meter line. And
that-
yes.
Sorry? Go ahead.
No. He managed to score in 5-meter penalty. We had to literally push him over, and we celebrated like we won the actual tournament, but it wasn't actually the final. So yeah,
And you didn't want to pass to him initially, did you?
no, I did. I told him. I actually called him. I didn't want to pass to anyone else but him. So I
see.
actually told everyone, get out of the way. You come here, and he scored. It was in Lab one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've heard those stories. I missed that one, that ride. But the shirt that he's wearing is a Cobrathon. We used to have these fun runs, 5K and
That's
8K, the Cobrathon
Yeah.
shirts. So we're actually planning on doing one again, but it's called virtually, a virtual run.
Okay.
So hopefully, stay tuned. We'll probably we'll announce it when things are ready for the virtual run.
All right. For the next one.
Who's the player?
Okay, this is the second one.
Never know where it's all coming from sometimes.
Who's the player? A. White Sox star. B. Under 12 player. Or C. Kangaroo Court defendant. Who's the player? White Sox star. B. Under 12 player. Or C. Kangaroo Court defendant.
I thought it was a kangaroo called bailiff.
Not anymore.
You realize that we're actually going to rename him. He's going to lose his name. He's going to be called White Sox forever.
Stan.
That goes without saying. That's where normally when you get married, that's what happens, right? You change your surname.
If you notice, all the players around are wearing rugby socks. Just FYI.
FYI, asking for a friend.
Okay, we got just a few more left. For
Who's the player?
okay, this one.
Oh, why? Okay.
Who is this player? Oh, I forgot the question mark. Kambing killer, England supporter, or Sleeping Beauty? Yes, who is this player? Kambing killer, England supporter, or Sleeping Beauty?
I'll have to say he's a very brave man during the World Cup. Cobra Club is traditionally been a home ground for New Zealand rugby. 80% of the supporters were New Zealand rugby supporters. He'll be one in the middle, wearing a different color.
It's like they're also at the club. They were like pretty much the Liverpool fan club base as well for a while.
The guy who's having happy hour in front of me right now, he's a diehard Liverpool supporter.
Should bring him to the club, I guess.
We're gonna talk about football. Yeah.
No. Right. The next one, if you like I said, leave you with the Kambing killer there. The next one.
Who's the player?
And this one is, who is this player?
Oh my!
Sabah born player. B, the team muscles, or C, one too many?
He looks sunburned too.
So, A, Sabah born player, B, team muscles, or C, one too many? Do let us know.
Regulation socks.
Yes, he's wearing everyone wears regulation socks when they play, except for, Mr. White Sox. So
Poor fella. He
Yeah.
looks sunburned though.
yeah, exactly. If you know, then let us know. Right. And
You listen, for all you watching, you know an annoying theme. You say, if you are knocked out or asleep, be very very.
especially with mobile phones these days, yeah, and they can take like bursts photos,
Very very careful.
Yeah. All
No,
right.
no, but you can't help it. You close your eyes. That's it.
Yes, I know. It's happened to all of us. All of us. Okay. So this final one is, who are these players? A, Larry. B, Curly. C, Mo.
Oh my. Man, the fellow on the right looks like he's on karaoke or something like that. Singing karaoke.
Oh, yawning.
He's yawning.
I'm not
I guess.
sure.
Well, well, one thing for sure, I think he's waiting for the food to come.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you know the answer. Do let us know. If not, it's all right.
It's a nice jersey. To some extent, very colorful. Tune
the
top.
one used to go to Bali with. The one they won at Bali. So there we have it. So should be all set to go soon. Of course, for those of you who'd like to inquire more about the club, do send us an email at cobrarc@gmail.com or send your messenger to FB or DM us on Instagram. Drive safe wherever you are, and for you as well, Dylan. Later on, have a safe journey to JB. If you do see Dylan in JB, say a quick hi, and don't wear white socks.
Well, our former convener Naza has given me all the locations where to go eat.
Oh,
So
obviously.
I'm looking forward to hunt all those spots down. And of course, I'll update on the results of the gentleman after the weekend. We'll find out.
Of course, next Friday.
We'll find out. Just like when you talk about this is one thing, right? We're all middle-aged guys or past middle-age to some extent, and we're doing this sort of things. You thought this was like a teenage run thing, right? Like early 20s, dumber, that kind of thing. But
We're still
guys, we're doing this, man. Unbelievable.
Oh well, I gotta have some fun while you're at it. Anyway, thank you very much, guys, for watching the show. Obviously, we'll come back next week for the Friday sessions on or not actually. Actually, I'm going to make an announcement on that next week. I may not be around, but I may not be around, but we'll see how it goes. But for those of you who've been watching us, thank you very much for supporting us all this time, especially since we've started. We really do appreciate all your support throughout this MCO and RMCO and PKP and PKPP, and we hope that you'll stay with us as you have been before with Cobra. But from Dylan and I, it's been a pleasure serving you as usual. We hope to have more news and more good news next week. So keep yourselves updated on the social media as well as everything else. And if you have any suggestions you'd like us to do, or any guests that you'd like us to interview, do let me know. Again, send your email to cobrarc@gmail.com, or you can message us on Facebook or DM us on Instagram. And
Or you
yeah,
can send us stuff, we'll wear it and then promote you.
yeah,
Was a bit too lame, a bit too cheap.
yeah. It's got some Cobra insignia on it, we'll be fine. But yes, so if you're willing to even sponsor, let us know as well. It's going to
Thank
be
you very much, Tom.
anyway. Okay. Okay, have a safe journey, Dylan. You guys out there, again, take care. We'll see you again, same time, same place, right here on Cobra Rugby Club. See you and bye-bye.